What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I have another ride and review for you today. I am going across into Brooklyn to a steakhouse called Amber Steakhouse. Going to meet the cake dealer there. This place has been recommended to me by viewers, friends, Brooklynites that I don't know, Brooklynites that I do know. So I'm looking forward to it. It's been a long time since I've done a review of a steakhouse that I haven't been to, so I'm psyched. The place is located in Greenpoint on I guess it's the corner of like Nassau and Eckford, one of those spots, just above McCarran Park, near Frankel's Deli, which I also need to try. So yeah, I'm real psyched about it. And I'm just cruising over the Williamsburg Bridge right now on the bike path. It's a nice day out, sunny, not too windy, not too cold. I don't think my fingers are gonna go numb. Maybe when I get home. We'll see. But yeah, it's beautiful out, and I'm just embracing this nice weather while we have it, because I know tomorrow or next day it's gonna be like way below freezing, like 0 degrees kind of cold. Ooh, getting some spit in my face here from the ground. Damn. Little wet bike path here, spitting in my face. So if you don't know, steakhouse reviews are kind of how I got my start in the food biz, in the food world. I created a website, johnnyprimesteaks.com, which I mention all the time. I review steakhouses on a rigorous scoring system, 100 points being the highest you can get, 10 categories, 10 points each. And you know, so when I go to a steakhouse, I really give it a thorough review. Yeah, a little traffic here on the bridge. So it should be a relatively quick ride once we get down into Brooklyn. It's basically a straight shot up Roebling Street, then I do a little zigzag over to Lorimer, and then up Lorimer through the park, and you know, take a quick turn on Nassau, and it's right there. Here, coming down into Brooklyn now. See how fast we could get this thing. A little speed test here on the downhill. 34, my speedometer showing 34. Kind of pinned it at 34. We'll see. We'll see what the GoPro app speedometer shows. Sometimes it's a little higher, sometimes it's a little lower. Oh, that was a cool looking bike. I don't know what that was. All right. Here we go into Williamsburg. I'm gonna take this turn here. All right, heading up Roebling. Got a little crap on my goggles from that bridge. I guess it's melt out. There was still a little snow and ice on the bridge, on the corners and the sides. And today it was warm enough for all of that to melt and spit right into my face when I'm riding. I need a little fender on the front. I've also got a new camera mount here on the handlebars. I got a little bit of a beefier one for the Zoo's handlebars. So far, I like it. It's pretty good. Seems to be very sturdy and snug. The last one that I had, I was really getting annoyed with it. It kept moving every time I would hit a bump or something. Like it would just, no matter how tight I made it, I used, you know, pliers, wrench, whatever, torqued it down as much as I could. I actually was worried that I was going to kink my bars at one point. I was turning them so hard. But it was an issue with the actual ball sockets on the mount itself. Not the clamp where it actually goes onto the bar, but the little part that extends it upward from the bars. So this one's way better. I like it already. I can tell. Hopefully the footage is nice and steady. All right, just past North 5th. I think I got to take a right on 11th. Oh no, I didn't pass 5th. That was 9th. I was quick. I'm already at 11th. Perfect. Taking this right here. It's going to go across, what's this, Union, I think. And then make the next left on Lorimer. That's going to take me through McCarran Park, which should be nice and pretty. I haven't been through McCarran Park on Lorimer yet, so that'll be a new ride path for me. Got a little window here. Just creep out here. All right, here we go. Getting moving. Leaving Williamsburg behind us and getting into Greenpoint. From what I understand, I think this steakhouse is a Polish-owned steakhouse. It's called Amber Steakhouse, if I didn't mention it before. Let's see, what's this, Driggs? I'm gonna take that back home later. That means the next turn here is probably Nassau. If you don't know already, Greenpoint is a large Polish neighborhood, so it makes sense that a steakhouse in this neighborhood, a mom and pop style steakhouse, would be Polish owned. I'm excited to see if there's any menu items on there that are different than I'm used to at other steakhouses. Let's see, I'm on Manhattan. I'm coming up on Manhattan, on Nassau. I think it's going to be up on my left in about 2 streets. Let's see, this is Leonard. Yeah, I see it. See it. It's up there on the left, little red awning. Let me cut over here. Find a place to lock this up. And I will see you on the inside. Cheers, baby. Nice and salty. They have a Scotch area?
And it's a good price. I like this.
Escargots.
Like
My cargots. Beef tartare.
Not ready yet.
Ooh. Yolk corn.
This too?
Yeah. Capers and sauce.
Mustard.
Nice mixing. You're like a pro.
I wonder why.
Ribeye with bone, T-bone, sauteed mushroom, spinach,
Oh,
roasted potatoes.
thank you. Nice looking ribeye. That's a big T-bone for 24 ounces, right? A lot of roasted potatoes. Sauteed spinach and mushrooms. More light? Right.
But they had a special. They were like, oh, all the scotches are.
All right, Amber Steakhouse in the books. Very happy that I came here. That was a really good meal. Yeah, really nice little mom and pop joint, man. They did a nice job with the decor. They set it up real nice. One downside is there's no bar to sit at. Like, they have a bar there, but it's service only. You saw we sat right next to it. So, just to give a little heads up about the scoring on my review, it might seem a little low after hearing all the praise that I'm going to give it. And that's part of the reason I had to take points away, because there's no place to sit at a bar. And a few other things, like I didn't try any seafood, so I had to give it like a baseline score. But I will be back here again for sure to try more things. Definitely want to try the duck legs, roasted duck legs. Definitely want to try the huge thick slab of bacon that I saw come out. Had to be like 1.5 inches thick. Just like a steak in itself. Insane. The lamb chops also looked really good. Good portion sizes too. Everything was a great portion size here. So we started off with escargot, which was in like a mushroom kind of gravy sauce. There were a lot of pieces of escargots in there, really nice. Steak tartare, a little more finely minced or chopped or ground than I usually prefer, but it was very tasty, nice and clean, fresh, mild, beautiful. And then we jumped right into the steaks with the dry-aged 24-ounce bone-in ribeye. That was the winner. That was the winner of the two steaks we had. I'd give that 9 points out of 10. Just taking one away because the aged flavor was mild. It was very mild. I didn't really get a lot of it, but it was still very juicy, tasty, great charred crust from the broiler on the outside. And then we also had the 24-ounce aged T-bone. That was also mild on aged flavor. It was a hair more cooked than the ribeye was. Both were slightly over medium rare, but you know, I didn't really care that much about the cook temp because they were both really good. But yeah, both were slightly overcooked, but not a big deal, you know. So yeah, both delicious. Really liked them. I gave that T-bone a 7 out of 10 instead of the ribeye being a 9 out of 10. So for flavor, these are gonna average out to like an 8 out of 10, which is fair. Also, on the sides, we did roasted potatoes. Those were great, but the dill kind of overpowered them a little bit. And you know, I like dill. It's got a great aroma, but it was a little bit, in the flavor department, it's a little bit too minty, I guess you could say. I don't know if that's accurate, but it just came off a little less savory, and I think it was due to the dill. We also did sauteed spinach and mushrooms. That was a little bit soupy, but it was the perfect side to go with the steaks. I didn't feel like doing cream spinach this time because just heavy, you know, and I knew we were going to go through 2 steaks, so I didn't want to go with more added heaviness. So sauteed was the right move, and they were delicious. Really like that. Then moving on to dessert, we did a chocolate mousse cake and a scoop of espresso ice cream. Both were great. The chocolate cake, the mousse cake, really took me by surprise. I could tell that was a homemade, like a really nice homemade cake, pie, whatever, and it was delicious. Thick, but not overly rich. Just really great texture, flavor, nicely balanced. And then did a little scotch with it, the Hakushu 12-year, which my friend Ivan introduced me to. Really liked that. It was fair price. And then you know, one negative thing I will say was the coffee. We got a double espresso with our dessert, and it just tasted like burnt bean water. It was terrible. So my wife put some in her little dish with the ice cream just to make it like an affogato, but we left the rest on the table. It was really bad coffee. So yeah, I think this is probably gonna average out to somewhere in the mid to low 80s out of 100 points. And like I said, don't let that number fool you or deceive you. This was a really good steakhouse, and I'm really happy I came, and I'm definitely gonna go again to try more stuff, as I said earlier. So make sure you jump out to the website, JohnnyPrimeSteaks.com. Get the full review, the full write-up, everything, all the details, all my thoughts, all the pictures. I took a bunch of pictures. And you know, take a read, see what you think. I hope you give it a shot if you haven't been here already. And thanks to there's a gentleman who watches my videos, and he watched one of my latest steak review videos, and he's like, you got to try Amber. And just thank you. I'm glad I did, and I will be back. So as usual, make sure you like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family, and tell your fucking grandma.